Hey y'all, it's CJ from Texas Sisters Press, and I am joined today by Miss L.M. Mann, the other co-owner of Texas Sisters Press, and we're here with Diann Floyd Boehm, DC Gomez, Cindi Flow, and we are here to celebrate Miss Julie Roth. It is Julie's day today as her book, G's Adventures, the First 50 Words, launches today. So, Miss Lydia, take it away.
Hey, we are so excited to be working with a new author, Julie Roth, and to be here with all of our other author friends, Diann, DC, and Cindi, just celebrating this book. And Julie, without going into too much detail, tell us kind of the quick synopsis of G's Adventures and what is so important about this cute little book. Uh-oh, Julie is frozen.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, well, I'll start it off. Julie has a son, Gianni, and they call him G for short. And he was one of those kids that kind of struggled at first with reading. He learns a little differently. And so Julie tried everything, learning sight words. And for those of us who haven't dealt with this in a while or ever, unless we were in kindergarten, we're working on it then. Sight words are those words like like he, she, it, they, it's like the words you just recognize. And so with Gianni, he was really struggling, and they tried everything. They tried throwing Nerf darts at words. They tried flashcards, all the sort of traditional things. And poor Gianni was just getting bored stiff. And so they worked together to come up with this story.
Okay, she's back.
Yeah, Ken. Okay, so Julie, I've gotten us up to the point where Gianni was like struggling with kind of learning these sight words with the more traditional way of, flashcards, blah, blah, blah. And that the two of you came up with this little book. So Julie, take it from there.
Yeah, Gianni, with his speech delay, we had issues just learning the 51st sight words, which is necessary for all children. So, we were just kind of brainstorming on creative ways, trying to do all different techniques. And he loves to just read books. It's kind of how we got in potty training. So I was like, let me look for a book that just focuses on the 50 sight words that we can read every night and make it part of our routine that we already had. And surprise, surprise, it didn't exist. So I was like, okay, let's give this a shot. And, him and we worked on it together. He started putting the words together in phrases, and I just kind of helped it along. He was drawing the pictures for me and just helping this story evolve into what it is now, which is just amazing. And my hope is that it helps other families just like mine, or every family, just to get a jump start on these very important first concepts.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, we will circle back around to the star of the show in a little bit.
Just so you know, hold on, I'm going to interject in here. Just so you know, we will be giving away lots and lots of prizes today. The way to get entered is to make sure to comment where you're at. So make sure that you've given StreamYard permission to see your name so that I can get your name into the wheel of names. And as each person talks, we'll be spinning for their gift at the end.
Yay! All right. So some of our other authors, we've got Miss Diann, and if the Brady Bunch thing looks the way it's the way I see it, then she's right above me. So so Diann, introduce yourself and just kind of give us a little bit of what you do with children's books, and kind of at the end of your little talk, we can talk about what you're going to give away tonight.
Oh, that sounds great. First of all, I want to thank you for inviting me, and congratulations to Julie. Your book is going to be amazing, and it's going to be inspirational for so many people. I know as a former kindergarten teacher, I'm really excited to have it, and I'm going to take it to schools with me to make sure everyone has it. So
Thank you.
congratulations to you.
Thank you
Really.
so much.
It's always so wonderful to have that feeling of that first book. It's like giving birth.
When you
Yes.
actually touch it, though, that's something else. When it's
Yeah.
in your hands.
So anyway, so everyone, I write children's books, obviously, and I'm so proud to be part of the Texas Sisters Press. This particular book that I'll be giving away is called Harry the Camel, and I have several books, a series, The Moonling Adventures, The Little Girl in the Moon, and a book Texas Sister Press will be having out as we get closer to Christmas. And so I'll let them share a little bit with you. I think I can tell the name though, right?
That's up to you.
Oh, okay. A Song of Peace, which we really need. So everyone sing peace. Peace. So anyway, I'm excited about being here. And this is Harry the Camel that we'll be giving out later. And Harry lives in Dubai, and I used to live there. So I wanted to write a story about a camel in Dubai. So that's my little spill for tonight.
Awesome.
I am
Love
adding
it.
Miss Diann's website to the link.
Oh, to the comments. Oh, very good. Yeah, there you go.
Right there. That's how you can find Miss Diann.
Thank you.
Yep. Well, in the Brady Bunch row, next to Diann, I've got DC.
Wait. Before you
wait.
move on to DC, we haven't.
Oh, we
spun.
haven't asked. We haven't what? We haven't spun.
Oh, we're going to spin now. Okay,
we're going to spin now for
We're
Harry
gonna
the
spin
Camel.
after each one. Yes, somebody to spin for Harry the Camel.
Oh,
So-
okay. Well, CJ, go for the spin.
Okay, let's see if I can get this to work correctly.
I love this spin.
This advanced technology.
Here it comes.
Chrome tab.
Maybe not.
Oh,
Maybe not.
Maybe. Let's see if it'll work right. It worked.
There it
Didn't
goes.
Oh, yay!
Okay, so for those who've already commented, this is what we have up here. So we're going to spin it and see who's going to win.
You got to
Diann's
spin
book.
it to win it.
You got a comment to be put in. It looks like it's going to Miss
Hey,
Lynn
my
Mann
cousin!
Ward.
All right.
Yay! See, they get all sorts of glitter and confetti and everything. It's a
Yay.
beautiful
Awesome. All
thing.
right. So somebody jot that down.
I got it.
Okay, good. Lynn is the bestest cousin in the whole wide world. She's also our only first cousin. CJ and I only have one first cousin.
Oh
So
my.
yeah. So there you go. So she's brilliant, of course, and she kind of looks like me. So she's,
Congratulations, cousin.
Yay!
Okay, so let's follow the Brady Bunch square over to DC Gomez. DC, take it away.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here, Miss Julie. Congratulations. You're coming to an amazing family. So completely excited to be here with you to celebrate. So everybody, and thank you, ladies, for having me. Like usual, I love you, ladies. So I am a little bit of a multi-genre kind of writer. So I do children's books, but I do a combination of things. I do urban fantasy. I also do devotionals. I do women's lit. I'm a little ADD with a whole bunch of OCDs in there. So, hey.
I'm with you.
Love it.
I'm with you. We're
Thank
on the
you.
same
Thank you.
page. It's all good.
Creative minds.
I tend to jump, so it's kind of fun. So I cover different genres in different areas. For my children's book, because we are in the children's world today, I have it's called Charlie's Fables. So this is what I usually focus on. It is a collection of children's books specifically designed to motivate and inspire and educate little ones. So I have two gorgeous nephews who are amazing and true little boys. And I wanted to make sure, my goal was when I started Charlie was, let's make sure that you are not 35 and trying to figure out what you're good at. Like, this is the thing. We need to fix it now. So Charlie is his little adventures while he goes to school, while he talks to his grandmother, and how to get them inspired in a way that kids can communicate, which is interesting because I started them when my Adam, the first one, was like 6 months. Adam is literally 4, so I'm pretty sure his mom was like, stop sending me books. Stop. So for today, I want to give everybody, this is the second book. It is Charlie Dare to Dream, and it is literally focused on looking at your life and not looking at your limitations and being able to say, regardless of your disability, regardless of where you're at, you can do whatever you want if you focus on it. So Charlie gets to experience that through his little friend who actually is disabled and is missing a limb. So that's kind of
See,
what
and
everybody.
I love that about
it.
children's authors is we kind of tackle certain subjects to help parents and kind of give them a leaping off point, and that's a really good one too.
Yes.
Yes,
All
indeed.
sorts of fun.
Life lessons.
They're fun. And it's easier for them to see it in writing and in pictures than it is for us to kind of sit them down and be like, by the way, you should
Mhm.
always dream, because they're not going to get it. So
Now,
there's like, okay.
what other books do you have? Because we don't only have little people watching, so.
Oh, for anybody who likes it, I have disclaimers. If you like quirky characters, lots of adventures and fun, and a whole bunch of madness, you need to come check out the Intern Diaries universe. So that is straight urban fantasy, and it's also very YA. So anybody, I usually say middle school or higher, can definitely check out the Intern Diaries. I have actually that series is completely done. I'm getting ready to do a couple of spin-offs out of it, but it's based on the four horsemen of the apocalypse in Texarkana, so a small town in Texas. All sorts of mayhem. I got talking cats, the horsemen running around, witches, zombies, you name it. We have it all, and they're all insane.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Now, you're also in a certain, I don't know, company's anthology.
No. So she's not throwing any hints at all, right? This is no hints whatsoever. So
Hey, I've been shy.
I had the honor and pleasure of being second time joining this lady, amazing, in the Christmas anthology. So for anybody who picked up last year, and if you haven't, you need to, because I decided to do something a little different, just because it's kind of fun. I decided to have specific characters only for this collection. So you get to have an entire fun, I want to call it adventure with St. Peter in the pearly gates.
Yeah,
So
and
the
St.
first one,
Peter holds no bars. I mean, he's.
I
If
laughed
you-
out
Going to
loud
read
reading
it.
it. I
You
laughed
will
out
laugh out
loud.
loud. Yes, literally.
So you're going to get back. So St. Peter last year had, a young man who had to find his way back home because he had an attitude. So St. Peter had an attitude back. It comes to the territory. This year we're going to do Runaway Santa. So imagine that there's a whole bunch of Santas and heaven who happen to try, we have one that just happened to get away. So you get St. Peter and James having an adventure trying to get 26 Santas to the gate while they're losing one. So should be fun.
Yikes. So it's like herding cats. They're herding Santas.
This is worse. This is
Now,
worse.
speaking of cats, I think you have a crazy cat lady book too.
She is
Yes.
good at this. Oh my God.
Yes.
The only thing is, let's put some disclaimers, because I have readers who are crazy about Angela, and I have been holding Angela back. So everybody goes like, so when is the second book? So official, I need to tell you guys, just a heads up. Angela will be coming next year. I don't know exactly if we're doing spring or summer, but Angela will definitely
You
be
heard
coming.
it here first. Yay!
So for all of my cat ladies, so the cat lady special is definitely and it's not just for ladies, because I have gentlemen who have read it. Let me give you guys something. What will you do for the people you love? Because sometimes we won't do it for ourselves. Angela's there, she's down on her luck, everything's wrong, and she finally decided, she has nothing to lose. So she goes from cat ladies to arms dealers. I do have a disclaimer. It does start in the middle of her contemplating suicide. So my therapist friend goes like, "Ooh, girl," I was like, "So this book's a little raw. It takes the bandage out of everything and takes the sugar coated out of things, but it's how do you get out of that hole? And sometimes you have to find something outside of yourself." So Angela is all out there. We have the silver hair gang, who are absolutely nut and wild bunch of ladies who are in their
Senior
season
citizens.
years.
Yes,
I know,
they're
they're in
senior
their
citizens.
season. And they're running guns. So how much fun. So book 2, I'm switching it a little up because, it's Angela and the ladies, and we have a murder. So we're going to start at dead bodies this time. And what are the ladies going to do?
That could be fun.
Wow.
Mhm.
Now, see, if she has a lot of author friends, we know exactly what to do with the bodies. I'm just saying.
Well, we have found the body. How
'Cause
Angela and the
some of
cat
us are
gonna handle it.
literary assassins. We know lots of places. So anyway, we'll go ahead and do your wheel of names right
All
now.
right, let's do Wheel of Names for DC, and I would like to.
DC's Charlie Dare to Dream paperback.
I would like to throw out that our mom read the Cat Lady special several years ago before she passed away, and she was literally laughing out loud. She loved the Cat Lady special. So
Awesome.
brought lots of joy to my sweet mama, to me and CJ's sweet mama.
Okay. Corey
Oh.
Roth.
I think I might know that person.
I think it might know that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think
very
I
cool.
might.
Okay, very
Just
cool.
maybe. Congratulations, Corey.
All right.
Yes.
Woo,
You get the
woo.
Charlie Dare to Dream paperback. Now remember, in order to be entered into the Wheel of Names, all you have to do is comment along the way. We're giving you plenty of stuff to comment on. But okay, Lit, keep going.
Okay, and now we're going down on the Brady Bunch squares to Miss Cindi Flow, joining us from Maine. And tell us about you and your book series. And
all right. Well, first, Julie, welcome to this crazy world of writing books, because I am the newest newbie right now to the Texas Sisters Press. My first book just got published in July. So,
congratulations. Amazing.
And so I'm up here in the great state of Maine and have a wonderful horse, and never really thought that he would be the inspiration for writing children's stories. But he is, and his name is Sandy Boy. And in fact, we even had a little ride today, and I told him that I would be talking about him this evening and things. And so he's very impressed with that. But seriously, children respond, as we all know, to animals, and horses are a favorite. And horses are very emotional. They can really reach out and touch the hearts of kids. They can go horse to horse, people to horse. And so I chose Sandy Boy to come up with some stories that would hopefully help children with some of the things that they deal with. And then for this particular first story, it's about Sandy finding a new home. He had to leave his previous home and find a new home with me. And so although you do not see my lovely gray hair in the book, the illustrator did a nice job of making the new owner much younger. We go ahead and we see how Sandy Boy handles the move, and he asks. I like to call it more of an interactive book because he asks questions of children. Have you ever moved somewhere where you've never been? Have you ever been nervous about meeting new friends, been in a new school? And so it's a type of story that children can read, parents, teachers can read with the child and get that kind of interaction. And it all came to life because I have a marvelous illustrator. I have to give Judy Gaudette. She's a gem. She's up here in Maine with me. We, in a book club together and stuff. And I knew she could do wonderful things, but then all of a sudden I said, would you like to do something more wonderful? And she said, sure. And so she
didn't know what she was agreeing to.
I know. And she didn't know. I said, okay, here we go. And she knows Sandy Boy. She's been to the barn. She has met him. And so she really captured his personality and all about him. And we've had a marvelous time with that particular book. And Sandy has just enjoyed being a celebrity so much that he said, can't we do another one? We must be able to do another one. So this was the first story in a series of Sandy Boy adventures. And so as we move ahead, he will be discovering for himself what Christmas means. And so that will be kind of the coming one. But it's been awesome. And I have to say that CJ and Lydia have been great. And they have been so supportive and jumping through hurdles with this more senior woman who never thought she would ever think about doing anything like this, because writing a story, well, that wasn't quite so hard. But oh my goodness, I had to learn that even though I didn't care for it, I had to become a real fan of social media. So Julie, I hope you love it, because that is a big way for you to really get people to know about you, about the book. And I'm sure that you've gotten a lot of that already, but it doesn't stop. It keeps going and it keeps going. And it has to, so that people know that you're serious about the concept that you are providing. And I know you're going to be developing some other concepts built on that to really continue to help children really become avid readers, and to help parents, particularly nowadays where there's so much in-home stuff that it's much more difficult to keep children focused, to find the time to do the right thing at the right time. And I'm just so happy that you've written this book.
Thank you
Awesome.
so much.
So what else is in store for Mr. Sandy Boy? Do you have any other ideas coming, or is it a
Well,
sh-
he's going to get through the Christmas blizzard, and he's going to learn that all of his friends up here. I mean, you Texans, you don't really understand.
No, we definitely don't
I
understand
do.
blizzards.
I do.
Well, CJ's lived in the north before,
Yes.
so but
I
her
do.
sisters
Feet of
confirmed.
snow in hours. Yes, I do.
Yeah. So a blizzard's gonna come to the farm where he now lives, and he's very worried about all of his little animal friends that he's made and who's taking care of them. And then his owner has decorated the barn, and he goes, I don't understand this. I've never seen trees inside a barn. They're supposed to be outside the barn, and things. And so as the storm gets, bigger and stuff, and things start crashing, and he gets more and more worried. But eventually the storm ceases just before Christmas Eve ends, and he looks out over the piles of snow on the hill that overlooks the ocean where he lives. Remember, he gets to live by the ocean. I don't. And he sees this wonderful star in the sky, and he pricks his ears forward, and he says, I think I can even hear some singing out there. So he really learned. And he's asking children throughout the story, have you ever worried about people in bad weather? Have you ever thought about homeless animals or even homeless people when it's really cold? So we continue to have that interaction component of it. So that will be the focus of that one. And then we're working on ideas to deal with horses loving each despite their breeds. And that's, as children, what we need to do. And so we have an immigrant horse that comes to our barn from Holland. And he's a big, huge, giant Frisian, wonderful, like a teddy bear horse. And then my guy, who's not all that small, but side by side, they are like Mutt and Jeff. But they love each other, as all the other horses do. And we're going to introduce some vocabulary and geography of the horses that are in this country. The Pasofino from Spain, for instance, the Fjord from Norway. And so children can learn more about the geography through horses.
Very cool. I love it.
It's beautiful.
So, what are you giving away today?
Well, guess what? It's Sandy Boy and his new home.
Sandy Boy and his new home. And we're giving away the paperback version. Now remember, for those who just tuned in, you have to comment in order for your name to be entered into the Wheel of Names. Once you've won, your name gets removed. So let's see who's going to win the paperback version of Sandy Boy and his new home.
And while we're spinning, I would like to echo that let's go ahead and announce that Amanda.
Yay!
Who knows? Does anybody know Amanda? Okay, Julie knows Amanda. Okay, do you know her address?
Yes.
She can get it.
Okay, good. Then there you go. But I would like to brag a little bit about Judy Godet, the illustrator of the Sandy Boy Adventures, and she's working on a book with Diann right now. Judy is just this gem of a person and a gem of an artist, and her work is beautiful, and she's just captured just the beauty and the whimsy and the personality of Sandy Boy and his friends. And I just finished a few days ago scanning in all of the original artwork for the Blizzard book. And it's very hard for me to pack it all up and send it back to Maine because I want to decorate my walls. And Sandy, and Cindy and Sandy Boy are living the life that I have always wanted to have. And as soon as my house is finished, I have recently purchased 7 acres, and I will be getting my own version of Sandy Boy. And maybe there'll be some adventures with, Lydia and her horse or whatever. So
Yes.
anyway.
Awesome.
Yay!
Yay.
So I guess going around the Brady Bunch Square, it's me. I'm
I was
Lydia.
about to come over there, so just chill. I got you, sister. I got you. I got this. I can
Nope.
multitask like
That's
the
all right.
best
You
of
just
them.
keep clicking on the comments. It's all good.
I
I'm LM
know.
Mann, also known as Lydia. I publish under LM. I write for the little people with sort of the illustrated beginning readers books, and then I also write for sort of middle grade YA. And the last book that I published was Magic Cats: A Ramses and Tut Adventure, which I will be giving away a copy of today. Well, actually, my sister has all the copies of my books because right now I'm living in an RV. So all my books got shipped to CJ. And so she'll be mailing it for you. Anyway,
I don't think so.
yeah, I think so. Anyway, and writing for kids, it's like I'm gonna echo everything you guys have already said. It's like it's a challenge to my to myself as an author to write a book that's going to make kids want to read. So I have some very early readers for like the little ones that are really like literally learning to count, literally learning the colors and things like that, because I got to thinking about those parents out there that need content. That's one of my little counting books. Billy likes balloons, or Billy likes to count. And that is something that as soon as they can sit up, they you start working on letters and colors and things like that. Diann can echo that. She was a kindergarten teacher. There's Granny Loves Cats. That's a counting book as well. Granny keeps finding cats. And when I was working on that, my best friend Tim walked through and saw my computer and he said, "You're writing your future." And I said, yes, I am. I want to be Granny who finds cats everywhere.
Sorry, I coughed just as you said that, and then I lost it.
And so anyway, but I just I love getting kids excited about reading and writing and using their imaginations. One of my challenges for myself for sort of the older kids is my next book that'll be coming out hopefully early next year. Did I mention I have a house to build? Is a challenge to get for myself to get a 6th grade boy to read it, because our mom was a 6th grade teacher for nearly 30 years. And, and so I know that girls tend to read a little bit easier than boys. Our brother Jason didn't read a book that wasn't assigned to him until he graduated college.
And
now
he
reads
sisters that are authors.
Yeah, and he reads voraciously now. He after he got out of college, it was like, oh, this is kind of cool, and now he reads everything. So that's kind of a challenge to myself, to get those, to get little ones started, give parents a tool that's fun, and interactive. And CJ and I are very blessed that we have a great nephew, Oliver, who is now about 2.5. And his favorite thing right now, and has been for a year at least, are books. So, we just kind of keep him in mind as we write little children's books. So, all right, I think I've talked enough about myself.
No.
Mr. Donald Jackson was known. We can buy the book. We'll get there. We'll fill that in just a little bit. In the meantime, Miss Lydia, what are you giving away today, you said?
I'm giving away a paperback copy of the first Ramses and Ted Adventure, Magic Cats.
Okay, let's see who will win.
Let's see who's going to win. And speaking of being a crazy cat lady, Anna
Bland.
This is Cleo.
Yay!
Cleo likes to sit in my lap. She's going to get moved.
So who knows Miss Anna?
Okay,
All
Julie.
right, great.
All right.
Who knows her?
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Anna. I hope you and any kids that you know will enjoy. Hopefully, they'll enjoy Magic Cats. So. All
So
right. See.
who knows? Wait, I missed that. Who knows Anna?
Oh, Julie knows her.
Julie.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
basically, all of Julie's friends are winning the books, which is awesome.
As
No,
it
that's
should
awesome.
be.
Yes.
As it should be. Yeah.
And a big shout out to Dawn. Thank you, Dawn.
We'll get there. I promise. I promise.
All right. So CJ,
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
let's
Well,
talk about your children's books.
Yes, I have. Well, actually, I don't have very many actual children's books. My more big people books, but I do have a children's book series called Chief and Sarge. And Chief and Sarge, hold on a second, I'm not that talented.
She's trying to multitask. You want me to tell about Chief and Sarge?
See how
Chief and Sarge
talented
are a
I am.
koala and a monkey.
No, hold on. See, okay. See, I'm not a children's author. I'm a big people author. You can ask my sister. I'm a more big people person. I have 14 novels out. And so for me, the children's author, it was kind of a happy accident. I collect monkeys. And so my husband and I went to California when I went to the bases because he's retired military. And we picked up, everywhere we go, we pick up a stuffed monkey. So there's literally monkeys outside my office hanging on the railing, and I know where every single one of them came from. So we picked up a USMC, United States Marine Corps monkey. And of course, because he was Marine Corps, we decided to name him Sarge. So that's where Sarge came from. And so Sarge, of course, is like the naughty little monkey. He always got himself in trouble. And at first I was messing around. I thought, okay, we'll stick him into places that kids would love to go. But, he's naughty. He's going to get himself in trouble. People absolutely loved it. They loved Chief or Sarge. He's a junk food junkie. He gets into everything he can get into and has just like the best time. And so I'm like, okay, but he needs somebody to balance him out. So I'm like, he needs a brother. So we have a friend who actually passed a couple years ago who's Australian. And so I'm like, okay, he was going to Australia at the time. And I said, why don't you get me a koala? He goes, it's probably cheaper for you just to get a koala here. I'm like, I could get a koala and have that be a brother to Sarge. So I did. And the koala is the standard laid back, chill, kind of healthy type person, which is like my husband, who's a retired Navy senior chief. And so he worked 20 of his 24 and a half years as a doc for the Marines. So basically, he's got both in his record. So we have Chief and we have Sarge. They are literal stuffed animals that we put in our backpack and we take them on adventures all over the place. We've taken them to NAS Jacksonville, NAS Pensacola. We've taken them to the Grand Canyon. We've taken them on a cruise, a couple of them. And
Wow.
I do put them in a little backpack and we have fun with them. One of the hostesses for the cruise ship remembered us because we took them on too. They remembered us because of Chief and Sarge. And so it's kind of amusing. One of the shopper for the cruise ship, when we were in port, put a $50,000 necklace on Chief.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
We had pictures taken with the Mexican police. I mean,
my goodness.
pictures taken with the passport guy, with the different store owners, with all sorts of different things, and just having fun with them. And so my husband actually took them, that's who just said, well done. He's congratulating you, Miss Julie. Actually took them down a water slide with a video camera. So the video camera was behind their head and actually looked like somebody was following them down with a camera down the water slide. It was fun. We posted it. And so someone goes, you need to do something with those, not just the pictures, because people like waitresses or people in hotels and stuff, one of their pictures taken with Chief and Sarge, they absolutely just loved them. And so I'm like, okay, why not? And so since then, we've published Cruising. And since Cruising has been published, we actually have my idea behind Cruising was, of course, the cruises, but I also have fun facts in the back of the book. So with my books, it's like, yes, they're geared more toward kids about 6 to 8 years old, but there's also fun facts for those older siblings who still want to enjoy it and learn something new. And so this new one coming out, I actually got a new illustrator. His name is Davy Jones, who has a comic strip, and he draws each one individually. So he can put a lot more detail into the pictures. And so I'm like, this is great. Well, last year we went to, I don't know if anybody knows who JJ the Boss from Memphis Street Outlaws is. It's drag racing. It's on Discovery. And we took him to the races. So a friend of mine, Tina Johnson, said, you need to do one about friendship because she has these two littles that are continually fighting over friends. And I said, okay, we're going to do a day in the races, a lesson of friendship. That's literally what we're doing. So that will be coming out in the fall. I'm doing little sneak peeks here and there so people can see and check it out. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that should be coming out before Christmas. In the meantime, like I said, I write books for big people, and I just had a book launch on Monday. It's a Christian fiction sci-fi. Yes, they do go together. And yes, I did it because I'm a geek and I'm a Christian, and I did it. And so book one, thank you. Book one came out on Monday. Book two is coming out on October 1st, along with a Christmas novella, not together, but at the same time. And then we also have The Chief and Sarge coming out in the fall. So I'm telling you right now, one person to another, don't ever do that to yourself as an author because it's insane. And then we also have the Texas Sisters Press Christmas Anthology coming out in October. So I'm organizing 10 authors with some amazing stories. We literally have everything from dogs to speed dating, police officers, superhero, and I think there's even zombies in there. So we have like everything. That's the beauty of the anthology is we just tell them it's a holiday themed. So we kind of have a lot going on, but you can find me on cjpetersonwrites.com, and that's where everything is listed. Today, I'm giving away a paperback of Chief and Sarge. Luke, can you talk to just a few minutes because there's two names I need to add?
Sure. Yeah, she listed all the books that are coming out, and Diann's got one coming out before Christmas, and Cindy's got one coming out before Christmas, and who needs to sleep? So yeah, it's like
in her defense, I do stack up a lot of it and send it to her.
Yeah, she does. She does. But anyway, yeah, that's why CJ and I we complement each other with our strengths. CJ's very good with the social media and organization and all of that, and of course I do a lot of the formatting and sort of the more technical and artistic part. But it's tons of fun to work with so many creative people, and again, I'm going to brag on Julie's book a little bit while we're waiting.
I'm ready to go. I'm sure.
Oh, okay. Well, then spin.
Okay, we'll spin it and then you can brag on her.
Okay.
So it's for a paperback of the actually award-winning Chief and Sarge Cruising, one for Texas's best children's travel book this year.
Woo!
The winner is Lisa Donna Castro.
Right.
Yay!
All right.
Who knows her?
I do.
Julie.
Julie, okay.
I do.
Well, congratulations, Miss Lisa.
Yay. Well, I want to brag on Julie's book and also on Diann, who suggested using. There's a couple of new fonts out that are good for people that have dyslexia. And Diann, I believe you're the one that told us about it. That the very first
that's
time.
right.
And so
Yeah.
Ever since you had mentioned it to anybody that's doing children's books, we throw it out there and say, here's something to think about. It's just one of those things that unless you are dyslexic yourself or you have a dyslexic child, you just don't even think about. And so anything that authors can do to help young readers and even older readers, hey, let's do it. And, the dyslexia font, it's actually a very cute, kid-friendly font. So, we used it for Julie's book. And I think it turned out really well. I really Yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited to use it for the next Chief and Sarge as
Yeah.
well. Before we
Me
dive
too.
more into Julie, because it is Julie's day, there's something we didn't touch for Diann, and I want to make sure that she talks about it. It's her YA book that just came out.
Oh, how sweet of you.
Yeah,
So I
let's
want to
talk
make
about
sure that we talk about your YA book.
Yes, so I'm very excited about my first young adult historical fiction book based on my grandma Ruby. And the book is called Rise, A Girl's Struggle for More. And it's in the dyslexia font. So I'm very excited about that. Because just like if I could echo what you said, being able to produce a book that everyone can read, I think is very powerful. And so I'm very proud of that. This book is designed to think about your dreams and go for it and don't let anything stop you. And that's what Rise, A Girl's Struggle for More is about. And thank you for bringing that up.
Awesome.
Love it.
Okay, so Miss Julie, I didn't get my chance to tell you congratulations. I am super excited for you. You've been a treat to work with, and I'm
Thank
really proud of you. And when you get that book in your hand, you will. I cried. I have my picture on my wall for my first one. So there's nothing like that first one.
Raise your hand if you cried the first time you held your first book in your hand.
The first like 5, I think.
Yeah.
And then you cry. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're holding something in your hand that no one can ever take away from you.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's a piece of you that will always be out there. So congratulations. We're super excited to have you as part of the Texas Sisters Press family as well. What do you have in mind for the next book?
Well, of course, the sight words grow. There's about 200. So I have in plan book 2 for the sight words has already been written. I've got to work on illustrations for that one. But the topic that I was talking about with you, CJ, and Lydia is I really want to start working on a book that deals with jealousy. I think something that people really need to discuss with their children, and something that I think we all have kind of missed out is, everyone tells us how ugly jealousy can be and how it's a bad emotion, but it's very normal. I mean, we will deal with jealousy at many points in our lives, and I think it's really important to teach our children what to do with that emotion properly and turn it into a positive. It's just like anger. It's just like feeling sad. It is going to happen. So we really have to normalize that emotion and teach people what to do with it. So in preparation for that, I've actually reached out with a school counselor to learn about the proper techniques that they're already using with children. Because I really just don't want to give an opinion book. I really want to help parents open up that conversation with their children.
I think that's brilliant. I'm going to share the screen real quick. You guys can see it. This is Julie's book cover, G's Adventures, Learning the First 50 Words by Miss Julie Roth.
So adorable.
That's a good example of, one of the dyslexia fonts
Font
out there.
Yeah.
It's kind of heavy on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yep.
So congratulations. Super excited
super
for you.
excited.
Now for the question who asked that question?
Dawn.
Dawn. Okay.
Yay, Dawn.
Sometimes we don't have things work out the way that we want them to. And sometimes we end up arm wrestling with the printer itself, and we are. So what we're doing is you can sign up. You go to Miss Julie Roth's website, which is listed in the comments. It's this one right here. It's authorjulieroth.com. You can sign up for her email, and when the book comes out and she has the links, she will send out an email, but you got to sign up for it to get it. In the meantime, we're trying to get the ebook up, so at least that part's up. And then as soon as it comes out, it will officially launch on the 14th of September. The pre-sales will be starting sometime soon, as soon as we, get done arm wrestling with the printer. Because the best laid plans, they don't always work. So we're trying, Julie.
Life happens.
It does.
Yeah.
But just sign up for her email. She doesn't spam, trust me. And when she gets all of her links, she will make sure to send it out. If you are part of the Texas Sisters Press email, if not, go to texassisterspress.com. And once again, when that comes out, we'll go ahead and send the links out since it wasn't ready right now.
The Kindle book should be available in the next couple of days on Amazon, because that's sort of the most straightforward way to get an ebook up. And then the print book will follow shortly.
Well, so we have a little bit of time left, but what I wanted to do before we spin for Miss Julie's book, because yes, you can win a paperback copy when she gets it in her hot little hands, is I wanted to go around the room, so to speak, and everybody give Julie some advice as an author. Starting with, we'll start with our newest, Miss Cindi.
I think the thing is to stay the path. That it's just, there's a path, you just have to stay on it. Don't give up. And you have two good people there between Lydia and CJ that they will continue to make sure you stay the path.
Shove her up.
And I say that with all the love in my heart, but just stay the path. You can't let yourself focus on, how many books did I sell today or anything like that. Is that you've got your message out and people will find it.
Yes.
Okay. Miss Diann.
Great advice. Stay in the path. I'll just echo what Cindi said earlier. Social media. Oh my gosh, it's a beast. And welcome to this new industry. But don't think that you have to put something out every single moment on every single thing. Concentrate on what your favorite social media is, but ask the question, who is your audience? And based on who you want to reach, that is the social media you decide to concentrate on, and the one that you feel also the most comfortable with. And just have fun with it. And again, echoing Cindi, stay in the path. As long as you're loving what you're doing, you're loving the message, and it sounds fantastic where you're going, and you're making sure that you have professionals helping you with the ideas and working with the counselor, that you're just going to bring such beauty and inspiration to the world.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss DC.
I think I have two things to think about. When you start thinking of where you want to go, stay authentic. I think that's kind of the biggest thing, is you have to be authentic towards who you are as a writer, but also be authentic towards your readers and what you want from them. Also be very much aware of who you are as a writer in terms of your brand. What is that brand going to do? What is that brand going to bring to the universe? Because one of the things you're always going to look at is, why are you writing the story? Not just to write the book, because we all can write a book. Every single person has a book inside of them, and they should definitely put it out. But as you continue to decide to go down this path and write more, as you become very authentic with your word and what your vision and what that passion is, remember what that brand that you're bringing to people and how you want them to connect with you.
Good.
Okay.
Miss Lydia.
I would echo everything everybody said so far, and I would also say, you're already on this path, and you've joined hands with other writers, like the ladies that are here tonight, and continue to make those connections with other writers and people that don't necessarily write your genre. It doesn't really matter. Some of the best at writing advice I've gotten from people that write romance or write mysteries or something, and that's not particularly my genre. But we're all in this together, and that's one thing that you find throughout all the writing community, is that sense of we're not competition. people who read are readers. If they're going to read your book, hopefully they're going to learn all the sight words, and then they're going to come over and read Diann's book, my book. It's like, you know what I mean? So we're all in this together. And I think that's something you've already gotten a taste of. But just continue developing those relationships, and it's heartwarming that you're making connections with like the school counselor and teachers and people like that. They're great resources, librarians. I recently moved to a new area, and one of the first things I did was make friends with the 2 local libraries, like, hi. And we may be publishing a book from one of the librarians next year. So who knows? But, it's a community. And it's exciting. And as you can tell from doing these book launches and cover reveals and stuff, we celebrate each other. So it's awesome.
Yep. Totally agree with all of that and everything that's been said. And like I said, welcome to the Texas Sisters Press family. Most of these, except for even DC, is technically part of the family.
Yeah,
she's a branch. She's on the anthology. So, as we grow together as a group and a community group, it just helps out because everybody's in different niches. And so that helps out. But my advice to you is to write from your heart. Write what you know is needed. You're currently growing with Gianni, and the books are going to grow with Gianni at the same time. And that's the beauty of what you're doing, is you are in the moment at the now. You're not going, okay, what was he like back here? And no, you're actually doing it, and everybody's growing with him too. So when you continue to write what you know, and you continue to write from your heart, you can't lose. You really can't. So I'm super, super, super excited for you. But right now we're going to spin for the paperback version of G's Adventures 51st Words. This is the last spin of the evening.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, here we go. Cassandra Smith.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Miss Julie knows.
Yay.
Yay, Miss Cassandra, congratulations. Super excited. Thank all of y'all who have commented and joined us tonight. Miss Lydia, I think I've frozen. Go ahead and go.
Yeah, I think you're back. You're back with us. Can you guys hear her?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, go for it, CJ.
I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, and thank you for joining the celebration. Thank you especially for Miss Diann Floyd Boehm, Miss DC Gomez, Miss Cindi Flow, Miss Mann, and for coming and joining in the celebration. Multitasking.
Yeah. Any last words you would like to share, Julie, about you, your book, your hopes, your dreams?
I am just so overwhelmingly grateful for just this opportunity, for everything, for being able to meet you ladies. Just this whole thing, it's just, there are no words. I'm absolutely floored at this experience, and it's just absolutely a dream come true.
Well, we're happy that you had a good experience because that means we're doing our job right.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, hold on. There's one more comment that popped up. In the meantime, thank you all and have a wonderful evening. For those who know people on here who know the addresses, please get them to Miss Julie, because I think Julie knows all of them. Please get them to Julie so we can get your books to you. So the winners tonight are the paperback of G's Adventures, First 50 Words, goes to Miss Cassandra Smith.
Yeah.
The paperback of Sandy Boy and His New Home by Cindi Flow goes to Amanda. Is it Ithel?
Ithel.
The winner of Ella Mann's Magic Cats paperback goes to Miss Anna Bland. The winner for DC Gomez's Charlie Dare to Dream paperback goes to Corey Roth. The winner for Diann Floyd Boehm's Harry the Camel paperback or hardback, that was a hardback, goes to Miss Lynn Mann Ward. Congratulations, cousin Lynn, because I was working at the time. And the paperback of Chief and Sarge's Cruising goes to Miss Lisa Dawn Nicastro.
Mhm.
So congratulations, everybody, for winning. Y'all are winners. Great. Thank you for joining us tonight. Julie, congratulations, and we'll keep arm wrestling with the printer to get you moving. In the meantime, have a good night, y'all. See you next time
Good
around.
night, everybody.
Bye.